Right now, in the dark, you are glowing. Not a metaphor. Not your body heat. Actual light, real photons leaving your skin this very second, in the visible range your own eyes are tuned to see. And yet you cannot see it. Nobody can. You have spent your entire life emitting a soft light that you were physically built to miss. How is that possible? How can you glow in a color you could technically see and still never once notice? That is what the next few minutes will answer. You will learn exactly what is leaving your body right now, why you cannot see it, and the strange thing that happens to your glow the moment you die. So stay in the dark and look closer. Start with what this is not. It is not the warmth you feel standing near someone. It is not a feeling or a mood. The light leaving your body is real, actual photons, the same kind of particle that streams out of a lamp or a star, released from your skin in a faint and constant trickle, and it has a name. Scientists call it ultraweak photon emission. Sometimes it gets the more poetic name, biophotons. Strip away the terms, and it means something simple. Your living tissue gives off light, not because anything is wrong with you, and not because you ate something strange. It happens in every healthy human, every hour, awake or asleep. The word ultraweak is the important part, because this light is almost unimaginably dim. How dim? Your body emits somewhere between a handful and 1,000 photons per second from each square centimeter of skin. That sounds like a lot until you compare it to your own eyes. Your vision, as sharp as it feels, needs about 1,000 times more light than this before a single point of it registers. So the glow clears your skin, travels into the open air, and dies unseen, just below the floor of human sight. You are bright enough to photograph, just not bright enough to notice. The clearest proof came out of Japan. In 2009, a researcher named Masaki Kobayashi and his team at the Tohoku Institute of Technology sat healthy volunteers in a chamber so dark it blocked nearly every stray particle of light. Then they aimed a camera cooled to far below freezing, sensitive enough to catch individual photons, at the bare skin. And there it was, a real image of a human being lit by nothing but themselves, the body glowing quietly in the black. But the glow was not even. When they mapped where the light was strongest, one region stood out above the rest. Your face, the cheeks, the forehead, the sides of the neck, these burned brightest in the dark. Why there? The leading explanation is that your face runs hot with activity. More blood, more metabolism, more of the chemistry that makes the light. The part of you the world looks at most is also the part of you that shines. Then the study found something stranger. The glow was not constant through the day. It rose and fell on a schedule. The light was faintest in the morning and climbed to its brightest in the late afternoon, tracking the same internal clock that governs your sleep, your temperature, and your hunger. Your glow has a rhythm. You dim and brighten across the hours like a tide you never feel and a lamp you never see. So where does the light come from? The answer is buried in the way you turn food and air into energy. Deep inside your cells, oxygen releases the energy stored in what you eat. That process is messy. It throws off unstable fragments called reactive oxygen species, molecules with energy to spare. When they collide with the fats and proteins around them, that spare energy has to go somewhere. Sometimes it leaves as a single particle of light. Your glow is the exhaust of being alive. Every photon is a tiny receipt from the engine inside your cells. Now, this is not the trick a firefly uses. A firefly glows on purpose, with a special molecule built for the job, bright enough to flash across a field. Your light is nothing like that. It is not a signal. It serves no purpose. It is an accidental side effect, a byproduct of chemistry that was never meant to be seen. The firefly is sending a message. You are simply leaking light. And there is a second kind of glow not to confuse this with. Every warm object gives off light in the infrared, the band just beyond what your eyes can reach. That is your body heat, and it is why a thermal camera can find you in total darkness. But infrared glow is just temperature. This other glow is different. Light inside the visible range, the colors you actually see, produced not by heat, but by chemistry. You are glowing in two completely separate ways at once. One from being warm, one from being alive. And that second kind, the living glow, may be exactly that, a sign of life itself. In 2025, researchers at the University of Calgary, among them Vahid Solari and Daniel Oblak, ran a haunting experiment. They imaged the ultra-weak glow of living mice. Then, with everything else held the same, the temperature, the darkness, the camera, they imaged the animals again after death. The light all but vanished. A body still warm and intact, yet barely glowing. The conclusion was quiet and unsettling. The glow does not come from the meat of you. It comes from the life in you. When the chemistry of living stops, so does the light. Which opens a strange door. If your glow rises and falls with your metabolism, then it carries information about you. Some scientists now wonder whether reading that light could one day reveal stress, injury, or disease before you feel a thing. A way to look inside a body without ever touching it, using only the light it cannot help but give off. Your faintest, most ignored emission might be one of the most honest things about you. So look around the next time you are in a room full of people. Every single one of them is glowing. Your family, strangers on a train, the face across the pillow from you in the dark. All of them, softly alight, all the time. You have lived your whole life inside a quiet glow, given off by every living person you have ever loved or passed on the street. And you were built to never see it. So, here you are, still in the dark, still glowing. The light is leaving you right now, the same as when you started, the same as it has every second of your life. The only thing that changed in the last few minutes is you. You finally know it is there. You cannot see it. You never will. Not with these eyes. But it is real. It is yours. And it is the unmistakable signature of a living thing burning quietly through another day. The next time someone says you light up a room, take it literally. Because in the dark, measured by the right camera, you actually do. You are glowing. Now you know.